Hey guys, Ishan with the U Club at UCI. Wanted to apologize I wanted to apologize that I'm doing this in a online format. I prefer real deck profiles. I know a lot of my viewers prefer real deck profiles. Asking for your forgiveness in this case because of these uncertain times. Also, I just don't want to buy some cards like Appaloosa. It's $100, and maybe getting a Megaton reprint soon. It's also I can't play with the card. So hopefully you guys will forgive me. I think it's better than doing proxies. I can just get all the cards online right now. I haven't posted a video in, almost a week. And so I just want to show you my take on a Crusadia Guardragon deck profile. I posted one earlier on the channel as soon as Dual Overload came out, trying to utilize Needle Fiber. That was my first draft. I've come up with a much better deck now. It's a little incomplete. I'll go over it real quick. I'll go over where I think there's some wiggle room. But yeah. So we start out with 3 Arborea, now one of the most important Crusadias in the deck due to the fact that she is a tuner for our good friend Mr. Halki Fibrax, which is basically Appaloosa Turbo. This is the way to stop hand traps now. And so I will show you guys how this combo works. I'm a big fan. 3 Draco, the little X is in the way. Still probably the second, you have to have Draco for the Guardragon combo. 3 Leonis, 3 Maximus, 3 Reclusia. You want to play all the Crusadias you can. If you don't open Crusadia, you break. So, yes, I have 1 Dragon Buster for Direction Sword. It's a Dragon Tuner, which is important with Needle Fiber for some lines of the combo. And then also, it's very good with Union Carrier. So I think this is a very strong inclusion right now. 1 Gamma Seal, still the best negate to end on in the deck. We have 1 Drag Aeolio, whatever it's called, 1 Olion, 3 Misk, 3 Ranryu. This is like a so-so extender. I'm not 100% sure I want to go with this one still in this version of the deck. I still like it because right now, sometimes Ashing Magius can hurt a little bit. Sometimes not, so it really depends on your hand. 1 Red MD, 1 Korobane, we got 3 Fossil Dig, 3 Reborn, or 3 Kyoto, still, very good. 1 Reborn, very good. I don't play World Legacy Guardragon in this deck. I think it's a brick in the opener. As you'll notice, there's very few, except for the tuners, very few bricks in the deck. The Misk is to summon Aeolo because it's the easiest way to summon a tuner to make Needle Fiber. And so that's sort of the relationship there. I'll show you guys how this combo works in the test hands that I'll be doing. So doing a deck profile and test hands. We got a Rhoda, we got a set rotation. I still think this is one of the best ways just to get waterfront extra. And then I have 1 terraforming, 1 light stage. Sometimes an extender is all you need. But of course it's by card, by hand. You don't have to play these. You could take out the set rotation engine. I'm just trying it out right now for something else. Maybe an extra Aeolio, stuff like that. I don't really know. I'm playing 2 Warlocks this session. I actually think it's very important. A lot of combos with Union Carrier to help out, that sort of thing. In the extra deck, you can ignore the side deck, basically. And I'll show you guys why Warlocks Succession is important as well. But basically, it helps you get 2 dragons to help facilitate Union Carrier plays. This is pretty good against monster deck because you can almost always end on Appaloosa Union Carrier through almost any hand trap. You could even opt not to play Gamma Seal in this deck and try to make synchros instead, because you can almost always end on Appaloosa Union Carrier with this deck. Maybe this is a way to go in the future. Not sure yet. Lots of theories still to be done with this deck. But yeah, also we need to think about what happens when Red MD gets the old axe. Maybe we switch to Brotar with White Dragon, Black Dragon. I don't know. Sorry, I'm off on a little tangent. Extra deck, these are all the necessary cards. I still don't know what to put in for the last few cards. Some people might like Ecomax. The problem with Ecomax though is Appaloosa takes up the extra monster zone now. So there's that. But you guys can make decisions for what yourself, figure out what you guys maybe play some more synchros. That's really up to you. So I'm going to go with the deck. I think it's better just to show you how the deck works, because this is sort of a new version. So we're going to go into a solo duel here, get going here, and we'll see if we get a decent hand going first. All right, so this is pretty interesting. We have a brick. We're good at bricking, but we have Crusadia, we have the waterfront, we have a way to get an extra extender if we need to. So the problem again is if we get ashed on Magius. This deck is a little weak to getting ashed on Magius. For example, if this was a normal extender, we'd probably be fine. But again, it's a little sketchy, I'll admit. And we drew the one Aeolio, so that's not good. But you can see how you could combo normally with this hand. I want to show more important hands, cooler hands, especially with the needle fiber combos. So this is just like an okay hand. This is another awkward hand. It's got red MD in the hand. Again, see, this is one of the biggest worries about this deck. This hand, however, if your Magus gets ashed, it's actually okay, and I'll show you why. If you draw red MD or any extender, actually, this could be any Crusadia, but I'll show you guys this, right? Most people don't ash the Magus if they think people are still used to ashing LP, but they might have to start ashing Magus more, because if I go in here into Arborea, if they ash the Magus, my only choice really is to go into needle fiber, right? This is the only choice here. Go to needle fiber effect. Again, we can't really play around two hand traps. So, you know, the ash to Magius, we have to summon out. You could summon out like something like Dragon Buster here. There's a few options really. So since we have this in our hand, we could go into LP first. There's a lot of, you know, different plays we could do, or, you know, so you probably have to go into LP first here if you want to continue with this route here. So you go LP first, and then banish this, summon this, and then summon this back, and you have, you know, an Appaloosa as well. You have a chance at some stuff. You have the World Lake Succession, you know, this sort of thing. So there's a lot of interesting lines here, but that's the problem with getting your Magius Ash. So you could just play Called by the Grave in this deck as well still, but this is just some lines I wanted to show you. For example, a hand like this is just perfect because no matter what your opponent does, they're absolutely screwed. We drew double Waterfront, but it doesn't matter. This is sort of why I like Ranryu in this deck, right? So if you start out, I'll just show this combo real quick. We normal this, boom, we hit it up here. Like I said, most people don't ash the Magius. Most people ash Needle Fiber, which is completely fine, right? Because if they ash Needle Fiber, no problem, right? So let's say they don't ash Magius here. We'll just show some other combos here. If they do, it's fine. We have the Ranryu. We go into the Spatha. Combo, and we're completely fine here. This is why I actually like Ranryu a lot, because it's a dragon extender for if they ash Magius. Here we go. We go. Grab the Draco, of course, right? Boom, boom. This is where they don't expect the old Needle Fiber, right? So if they ash Needle Fiber, you know, you're happy with that. We'll go into a little bit of a, you know, you probably should summon this out first, just in case. If they ash Needle Fiber, you know, with the Magius on board, of course. I always forget, I'm just stupid. But if they ash Needle Fiber, right, you just go here, grab back the one you didn't summon, and then you could go, you know, if you didn't even have the Ranryu, let's just think, right? A lot of people are scared of this card, so they'll ash it anyway. If you didn't have the Ranryu, you could just go this into LP, and then this into the triple burst, and then continue with your red MD, summon Draco from the graveyard. YUGIOH plays here. So this is sort of and this will have 5 counters on it. So this is just the if they ash Needle Fiber sort of thing. So we'll play this whole combo out because I know it's very satisfying to see all the combos here. We're gonna get a little deeper into the combo. Just maybe you can show off some Union Carrier tricks here. So special this, and then I like to search here. So I like to search for the old Gamma Seal here, and then we could probably go for a very fun and exciting 3, 4, doesn't really matter what you keep here, and go with the YUGIOH. Excellent. I usually type /draw 4, but I'm holding a mic to my mouth, so Nope, that's not the right place for this. Okay, so we don't need the set rotation, so that goes to the bottom. The tuner, it's okay, but not necessary. I like second Arborea for the very fact that it's a tuner. We've already summoned this guy once. You could play something like Dweller in this deck too. End on Dweller, maybe Dweller Tornado Dragon. Lots of options. How many? I think we put 2 back, right? So maybe we put the, I don't know, let's put back, let's put back the Misk. I actually don't really know. So we're going to use the Saryuji here. I prefer to get the counters on it because it makes it a little stronger. Now, if you just wanted to end here, I just want to show you a little, you want to save these for next turn maybe. This is a fine play in my opinion. You can go Pisty, summon this, summon back a Draco, for example, and then you could even go. We could even go. And if you had, there's a lot of options here, but we could go another Saryuji if you wanted to, if you were feeling up to it, right? Because then you might be able to make a Dawn Dragster here. Or if you're not feeling up to it, you could maybe go something like, Union Carrier. And if you had, you go like Union Carrier and then go Union Carrier effect to equip the Buster Whelp. A lot of options, depending on what you're playing on. I like this because it sort of sets you up for next turn. You still have the red MD. You got the Gamma Seal out here. Very strong, very cool. You probably equip this to the red MD because it's the strongest. So they can't special from extra. You've got a lot of negates. You're probably going to be doing fine. I'm sure there's ways to extend this combo even more if you want to go for another Saryuji, but I just want to show you the idea behind the combo. All right. We could even go without, maybe we'll see a hand without drawing Waterfront, see what kind of boards this deck can produce. Okay, so this is one problem. I have been thinking about running 2 Aeolio. Because I run like 6 ways to get Miscellaneousaurus. And so if you draw the 1 Aeolo, it's usually pretty bad. Again, this hand is, it loses to 1 hand trap basically. If this was in the deck, and I'm going to take some video liberties if, that's okay with me and replace this. But, you shouldn't do this because there is reason to run 2 Aeolio. You could take out the set rotation engine or just add a 41st card. That might be fine too. This hand is like actually just God to your hand because you use the one you don't want, which is probably the level 3. You're going to get this one back, right? So boom, hit him with the Magius. I just want to show you like a mainline combo. We're going to go Misk. We'll just discard and banish it effect, right? I mean, if they ash this, you're happy. If they don't ash this, you're also happy. You're just happy no matter what they do. You hit them here, you activate the effective search. If they hit this, you get the Drake already, so you're happy. Most people don't hit this still. They still try to wait for the LP because they know this deck is weak. But not with this version. So if we hit them here, the question is, what do you search? You probably search in Arborea because you already have tuners and stuff. In this hand, I'm going to put back every Waterfront that I draw just to show you what it looks like if I don't draw Waterfront. So if I do draw Waterfront, I'm putting it back just to show you guys sort of how this deck operates. A lot of people will also ash here. Again, if they ash here, like I said, it doesn't matter because you just go to the Draco, summon your other Crusadia, make the triple burst, and you can continue on from there. Okay, but most people don't ash here, so we're going to show the O-Lion now. So now O-Lion is going to come out of the deck. This just leaves you with the most advantage. So where's our good friend O-Lion? Come on, I know you're in here somewhere. I can never find... Oh, he's at the fucking... right there. Okay. So summon this guy here. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to go here and add back, of course, the Crusadia. I like to keep the 3 and the 4. So what we can do is we can go summon Reclusia out here. And then I like to use the O-Lion just to get extra materials. You can play a 2 Link Spider if you want in this deck. It's a thought. I probably should play 2. Because sometimes if you don't want to use that extender, you can... link O-Lion and that into triple burst, get a token, link that into Link Spider, and then make Appaloosa. But I prefer this way because you get 3 counters, you get the token left over, and then now it's time to do some some extra plays. You can, by the way, if you want, special summon, one of your Crusadias. You don't want to though, because you take up the Pisty zone, so I prefer to keep in my hand. But just a thought, something to be aware of here. All right, so here comes the Pisty, and then the Red MD, and then, of course, Red MD summons back Draco, and then this extra token that O-Line left over is going to help you make your first Saryuja. And again, like I said, we are not playing with Waterfront in this hand, so we're going to go and we're going to hit the Saryuja here, and we're going to draw some cards. Okay, so we're going to draw 4. Okay, so we already used our Misk, so we're gonna put a lot of these to the bottom. We don't need 2 of these because we can't use 2 of these. We don't really need 2 of these. I guess Ran reused the best of the bunch here. So there are already a few options here. We have our second dragon, so if we want to go extend and draw more cards in a real game, I probably would, because I'm looking for a nice Waterfront. So in a real game, I'd probably summon a Ranryu and then come here with the Pisty, and then Pisty's going to summon back Red MD, and of course Red MD summons back Draco. You guys all know the story. Again, here, if you wanted to stop, you could make a Union Carrier and continue on with your plays there, but again, we're looking for and the reason you can make Union Carrier, I know you can only summon dragons, but you can summon spheres first and then link the other 2 dragons into Union Carrier. So we go into another Saryuja here, and then we'll draw 4 again, because, in a real game, I'd probably be looking for that juicy water. Oops, that is not what you want to do. Okay, so draw 4. There we go. So we actually got the Waterfront here, but I'm not going to show you the Waterfront combos here because I don't think it's good. So we can go bottom of the deck here. Maybe bottom. I said I was going to put this and draw a new. I'll just put it on the bottom and just pretend like it was a blank or something. And then maybe we'll just bottom this too, so I don't have to search. So we can go right now. We can go Saryuja, right? Special this guy out. I don't think we've used the Maximus yet. I don't even know if we've used the Arborea yet. We probably haven't used Arborea either, so we don't even need to waste our special summons on these. Special, make a Synchro, and this is nice now. We can put it anywhere we want. We're just going to put it over here. And then I like World AC Guardragon, because when you're left over with the Saryuja, you just hit him up with this, summon back a Draco. It doesn't really matter. And then we can hit him with the Union Carrier, which I really like. Great addition to this deck. We'll just put it here, because why not? And then Union Carrier can equip our good friend Buster Well from the deck. So this is you're ending on a spell trap negate, 3 monster negates, and your opponent cannot special from extra. So sometimes this is just not enough. You also end with Red MD, so you've got more plays next turn. You've got a zone to summon your Reclusia too. Life is good. Right? All right. So, this is without Waterfront. You could probably end on this board all the time. So I could see a version without Waterfront in this deck, just to add some consistency. Maybe you brick less. But these are all thoughts. I like Waterfront still. I'll do one more combo just for the fans. And maybe we'll try, not playing around any hand traps. We're going in hard this time. Okay, this is I do like this hand. Okay, so we have to think. Okay, what if we get ashed on Magius? We drew this thing again. For some reason, we always draw this thing. Not sure how. So what if we get ashed on Magius? So we're gonna hide that we have set rotation. Actually, I like to just do it first because this helps play around impermanence, which is one of the few cards we cannot deal with. So maybe you could put like Saphira in this deck because you're only worried about other stuff. All right, so we're gonna set this to the other side. Light Stage is pretty funny. So again, we go here, and then we go. What are we gonna do here? We're gonna. We should probably activate that first. But for example, here, Fossil Dig is great. Like I said, we're not playing around any hand traps though this hand, but just again to show you that how we could play around a few hand traps. This plays around impermanence because we drew set rotation. One of the many reasons I like set rotation. So we're gonna add the miscellaneous swords to hand. So just to show you a few lines here, we go here, and then summon out miscellaneous sword or summon out Aeolio. I mean, if they ash here. Right, no problem. We go needle fiber. I'm just not going to move the cards because I want to put them back. But let's just pretend. We're pretending here for a second. And a lot of times, if you get ash, you can go back to the mainline Spatha combo. But we're just going to go through this real quick. Needle fiber. You would summon out the Dragon Tuner from your deck, so you do lose access to certain plays, but you could, maybe play Quick Launch over the Kyoto Waterfront engine in this deck. There's a lot of different options, but sorry, I'm just rambling again. I always ramble, so you probably shouldn't summon this here. You should probably summon this here or something, and then you would special out your dude here. You'd go boom, hit him with the LP. And then hit him with the triple burst into the whole combo. So you guys already know this whole drill, so I'm not going to bore you with it. Let's go back to the mainline combo here, where we don't get hand traps. So I'm just showing you sort of the power of this deck. I know this video is going to run a bit long, and I do apologize for that, but hey, I think these combos are pretty sweet. So we're just going full. I'm just going to put 5 counters on this because we don't have all day to waste. Here, get some counters on this bad boy. Boom, here we go. Okay, so boom, we're going full combo here. Hit him up with the needle fiber. Summon Haki Filbrax. Summon O-Lion. Grab the old Gamma Seal. Fun stuff. So now we can go Draco. We can grab back the Leonis, which is the most useless one. So we'll use the Leonis to make the fun stuff. All right, so here we go, Appaloosa. It's important to go LP here. We can get rid of a brick in our deck for free, basically, because it kind of sucks to have this in hand. I guess if they imperm this, you've always got plays. Like if they imperm this, you're sort of happy. But anyway, we go LP. We can summon like a Ranryu from our deck just to thin out a little bit, so we don't draw it later. Banish, summon the Red MD. Oh, okay, sorry, I forgot. This is, if you don't have Red MD, again, you have to be careful. You probably, we didn't even add, did we add back the Leonis? Yeah, you do want to be careful because, we didn't get the token, that's what it was. We don't have our token from O-Line. You guys are probably screaming at me. You forgot the token. Okay, so here's the token. I'm just going to go this too fast. Of course, Red MD gets the Draco back, and then we can just go to the whole shebang again. You guys all know the drill. So right now we don't have a dragon. So boom, we hit the draw 4 button plus the Gamma Seal button. So that's always fun. Just to note, it might have been worth it. I won't do this now. We could have summoned the Maximus to keep the Draco around. This is actually probably a better play, but since I already did this, I'm going to go through with it. And we are not going to get, that's a little bit of a punish because now this sort of blows. So yeah, I'd actually consider that a pretty bad play. You're supposed to keep the Draco around because it's a dragon. So this was really, really stupid by me. I should have kept the Draco around. You want to do that sort of thing. But that's all right. We're going to stick with it. I'm a bad player. Sorry. I'm a bad player. So we'll just put these on the bottom, right? And then we can summon out a Gamma Seal or something like that. And then make a Dawn Dragster. This will probably still win you the game because you have Appaloosa with 3 counters on it and a Dawn Dragster. So I apologize for the misplays. You should try to leave the Draco because if you leave the Draco, not only can you end with this Dawn Dragster, but you could probably also end with a fun Union Carrier combo. I don't know if you'd have enough space with all that. So yeah, this is some basic Crusadia Guardragon combos. There's a lot to experiment with this version. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys next time. And that's it. Stay safe.